Today, I would love you to applaud for our members who sang for us, and also the person who gave a piano. Thank you. Today, the title of our service is If You Love, We Are Together. First, I'm going to read the words of True Parents, first from Chansongueon. Let's read it together. If you believe, True Parents, you are with him, Satan will not be able to be in your side. Satan never had been able to stay in this kind of life position. But if that's so, all histories goes by. So the history of the olden days will need also to be connected at you. This is from the Christ word. If you only have a dry rice cake, instead of fighting, it's better to give. Amen at you. Beloved brothers and sisters, last week was the anniversary of True Parents' 58th anniversary. And we also had True Parents Tomliko special service. True love, please can you look back 1 year before? What happened a year later? In Houston, we had a special Tewe, a special festival centered on True Parents. That was the first rally centered on True Mother with the leader of Osaka. This happened last year, and for me, in order to do this with Lord of greatest, I've done a special condition for it, to have True Parents victory all together. And I still remember it. Also remember all the members that done it last year together, and I really want to say thank you again. That is how 1 year passed. Of course, we also had another rally centered on True Mother, but Sawal Ishipchile, which is March 27th, they also had unification with South and North Korea. Of course, this is because True Parents are in this nation. So the beginning is True Parents, and it's true that the outside members does not know that all this was possible because of True Parents. But I really want you to believe and to know that all this was possible because of True Parents. And it's because True Parents have long waited for this date. So we are still waiting for all members' prayer. And please be connected with True Parents' words. However, this happened last year, but I would love you to think about 3 years before. They had True Parents 3 years condition, right? And True Mother went to Europe also. And True Mother 3 years ago, she went to Australia, Vietnam. they had London members and German members who participate. Brothers and sisters, Peace Starts With Me that happens in Australia on April 29th is because we believed and we knew that everything was possible. That's what we said. We had this slogan saying that true parents are with us. True parents are together. Peace starts with me. Was the slogan of this new rally in Vietnam. And yesterday we had the special Great Work Azalea Festival centered on true parents, and also we had Hutinim's 10th anniversary and Hutinim's musical festival. I really want you to applaud for all of this. Well, this is how we've entered the month of May. How do we usually call May? The family month, because yesterday was Children's Day, and the 8th is also Father's Day, 15th Teacher's Day, and so on. And after, we're going to have the family day. And everything happens in May, the family month. And after that, when you think about what happened in May, what is there? The True Father, when True Father wanted to bring all other members who've left, and back in the days, the beginning of True Fathers, this was the first graft of the divine principle that true parents wrote. And after that, True Fathers wrote about what heaven really wanted us to realize. And this happened also in May 15th. So all, which is May, is really an important month. So I will really love all members to realize how important May is, and please give all your best to true parents. Hyojong is the light. Please be worthy. Unnuri Samriara. That was the slogan of what happened yesterday. So what we're living on, this era we're living on, is the rainbow. We really want the heavenly parents, true parents' words can be centered on true parents, and true parents' dream, true parents' expectation, that can be ours. I really want you to think about all of this and look back in the day and realize how you're supposed to spend your month. Also, we had 2 billion members for the ceremony of South and Korea. Today is the 7th day of God, the condition that we've been doing. Condition is what is supposed to connect us to our life. True conditions, we are connected. That is why I really want you to go out there and to work with your parents. Also, to think how you're supposed to spend your month. What was the title? Together. Love. First, if we love, we are able to look. Right now you're loving, and you're still loving, and you're going to keep on loving. Who are you loving? The person that you are interested in. And whenever you have that partner, you always look at that partner, right? If it's a baby, you always give attention to that baby, right? When the baby cries, you always look on the baby and you always try to give your best to the baby. How is that so? It's because you've gave birth to that baby and you love that baby. It is the same thing for us. For kids also it's the same thing. Children, when they are loved by the parents, they always try to be together and next to the person that loved them, which is the parents, right? Why? Because it's a law of love. Beloved brothers and sisters, today I would love to introduce you to the name called Children's Heaven Children. This was really something that God talked about, beloving his children. In this movie, the main actor is Ali, and he has a young sister. They had parents, but the parents are really, really poor. They are living in one room, and there are only three of them. And the story says that their mother is really sick, so she cannot move. The father always moves so far to work. And it says that his young sister had the shoes that was really, really old and had a hole. And his brother saw it for her. And when he was about to give it to his sister, he lost the shoes. But this young sister couldn't also say to her mother to buy her new shoes. So Ali decided to give his shoes to his young sister. However, his shoes doesn't fit his young sister. Even though he always try his best, always go to school, after a long time, he sees another student wearing the shoes of his young sister to another student. So he follows the child, and the student who was oh my gosh. So he follows the student who was wearing his young sister's, and he follows her, and he sees that her parents, the student of the parents, is blind. So he realized that it's true that they're having hardship in their family, but there's also other people who suffers more than him. And he opened his heart. And At school, there is another story that if the race really fast, the winner will have shoes. And of course, he has to, the third person, the third student is the one who's going to get the shoes. So he's really running. It's not the first one, but the third one. That's why he's running, and he's trying to really while she's paved. But by the end, he becomes the first. But he's not happy because what he wanted to do was not to be the first one, but he wanted to have a shoes to give to his younger sister. So while I watched this movie, he felt sorry. He felt sorry to his younger sister, and was able to understand what happens in this world. Beloved brothers, instead of being poor, the richest had more trouble. Why? Because rich people, they have money and they buy a lot, and when there is something that they cannot get, they realize that they really feel sad about it, while poor people, they cannot even buy it, so they don't even dream of getting anything. So I would love of you to not think that the world moves with money. So money is not everything. And that you cannot get everything with money. So at the end, everything is not able to be done with money. And also Ali in the movie, who couldn't be the third place but who won the first place, who feels bad to his young sister because he couldn't get her shoes. I really want you to all learn about it and realize that instead of buying everything with money, I really want you to learn that everything is not able to be bought with money. So when I say, even if you have a dry dog, instead of fighting with your members, please be able to give. Alleluia. If you have a lot to earn, there is still something that you feel like it's missing, and you don't really get the able to feel the love, because when you have money, you just buy everything, so you cannot wait. So I just want to say that heaven is more important than everything. When I am unable to give, when I am unable to have something, when I'm weak, when I meet somebody who really can feel the weakness, is when you are able to say that I've met true love. When I've missed, or when I couldn't get something because I was unable to, but I was there to receive true love blessing. That is the most important thing. And if you see all blessed families who are lacking things, please be able to give. And today, I'm going to read True Parents' words in the Cheongseongkyung. If we talk about the year, it was in 2012, in the 14th of May. Also, on that day, they also had Hyojin marching with all the high school students for the liberation. And Hyojin done all of that for the liberation of true love. And I know that True Parents also gave us words and said that Hananim, which is God, is waiting for us. If we are living centered on God's will, even though we're lacking things, we will be able to get everything we are looking for. So if you live together with True Parents, you're living centered on God, you will always have victory. Like I've said before, if you love, we are together. Please read it. Because heaven is here, True Parents are here, all of you were able to receive the blessing and to fly center on God. And I really want you to be able to realize this, center on Heavenly Parents, True Parents. First, become the fly that flies with the absolute energy. And as you know that in spring there's lots of flies like that, I want my brothers and sisters to really give you all and to fly. When you are sincere, you can feel and you can see the reality of the word. Please be sincere and give your whole, give your love. That is what happens in the Holy New Testament. In the New Testament, he says, please become the beloved that believes in God. If only you believe, everything is able. Everything will happen. Before Abraham attains the age of 100, they all parted. Why? Because he was doubting, that he was not able to realize the word, the nation that he expected from. But God says, what are you talking about? I've given you a word that you need to believe from you. Through you, your child will be able to open the new era. So all this failed when you were not able to believe. We have to be able to believe and also have one way, one center way. We need to fly like a butterfly. We need to look at the truth. A second, what do we have to look at? Our neighborhood. Second, if we love, we can run. Like Abraham said, I only, for a second, I've thought on my only will. But God said that if I believe, the vision will change. The vision will be able to be honored. So, I should not think of me, but I should think for the whole. Second, I said, if you love, you are able to look and run, right? 2 weeks ago, there were 336 family blessed couple in America. They had the service, and they came to Korea with the belief. And they went to Asan. They went to a Christian church. It was on Tuesday. They talk about the divine principle and the education of true parents. When the leaders start to talk about true parents' word, they believed, and most of the leaders, most of the participants who was there followed the leader. And there was more than 40 people. I was the driver. When I started to drive, I realized that the Christian hall was already full. Because it's true that I was really behind, so I couldn't really get much from the service. But when you think about it, why was our members run there and listen to the service? Why? It is because whether they're going to choose the church or they're going to choose their faith. On the moment he said champumonim. Well, he really didn't say champumonim, but he talked about belief and faith, which is our faith, our path. When we believe, we need to be able to love. Why? It's because we love that person. We respect that person. Last time we had Park Kyung-jong with the anniversary. What did he say? I not ashamed of my belief. I'm not ashamed of the person I follow. I'm not ashamed of my nation. Those words are still moving me, moving my heart. You need to be able to know where you're following. Also, there is another example last week on Friday. By 10:30, all the leaders, where did they run to? They ran to the Changchimon Champion for the Holy Prayer, right? Why did they run there? They had a prayer, a special prayer, and they were supposed to do it from 1 to 3. But do you know until where they did it? They didn't. They passed the time they were supposed to by 3. Do you know why they did it? It's because True Mother, who was there in Vietnam, it's true that they felt really like it was still lacking, but they really made this time. And there were a moment where some members said, some brave leaders, they said that we need to make prayers for true parents. And those prayers was to open the heart of true parents, to be together with true parents. They were crying, they were sweating, all their clothes was wet. So when you think about it, you can bring back the memory of True Father when he started to pray, cry to God. Everything was tears. Everything was tears just for God. Just for God. All the hot belief, the hot prayer was just for God. So, please, brothers, don't you want to be there and receive the blessing. I hope that all of you can be able to. When you look at the Holy Book, there's a lot of new things that you can learn from. And I would love you to read this together. Brothers and sisters, I still haven't attained the place, but I always forget what happens and run for my words. Run for God's words. All of this is what? For God. And I will run for true parents. I will run for God's word. If only Jesus Christ have met true parents, he would have run for them. And even now, he is running for them, right? At you? If you love, you run without resting. And when you run for that love, you are able to feel it by the holy words that God has given us. I would love that all of you can be able to run. What is love? You run for it. When we were in Australia, you run for it. Chuma just gave her words. But all the members, all the great people who've talked, they've believed now. Now they've believed. And Chuma, they're so happy. All the members who've ran, our second gen, who was there, who ran for true parents, they were all embraced by True Mother's love. They really decided that they're going to run for the words. They're going to be there with True Mother. Brothers and sisters, what did I say? When you love, you are able to run and only look at one point. When we love, we are together. So when you're doing it together, you can see the point that you never seen before. Brothers and sisters, last time, have you listened to the word Sadoyoan? All his believers ran. The Sadoyoan ran for the words. His heart were able to run, but why his body were not? Because Maria was together. All his followers ran and believed, but Sadoyoan were not able to. Why? Because Maria were there. But at least he ran after. And when you love, loving, running is not only for young people, it's for everyone. It's not just for young people, but it's also for old people. Don't think that because you're older you cannot run. You cannot go forward. No. True Father went. True Mother is doing so. And I believe that all of you can. Right now, what kind of time is this? This time is not just a time where you're doing it alone, but you're doing it for God. I really want you to never forget and to lose the path. I want you to become the children where I can be really proud of. If you believe, everything is possible. And if I give a little word, if I am here, I want you to follow me, to believe in me, and to run with me. Me, true mother, I am running. I am doing it now. I'm practicing the true love right now. And I want you to do it together with me. And if we all do that, we will be able to all have victory. To be victorious. To have victory. To gain victory from true parents. So when true parents blessed, after, with all the word I say, I can do it. We can do it. We are going to have victory, to earn victory. And true parents, with the words of true parents, we are going to have fatherless sons and daughters and believe in true parents. And all of you, you are supposed to listen. And I would love you to really believe and give your best. We can do it. This is the words that says I can do it. Do not doubt in my belief.
할 수 있다 하시니는 나의 능력 주 하나님 의심 말라 하시고 물결 위를 걸으라 하시네 할 수 있다 하신 주 할 수 있다 하신 주 믿음만이 능력이라 하시네 믿음만이 능력이라 하시네 할 수 있다 하시는 나의 능력 주 하나님 나를 바라보시고 능력 준다 하시네
할 수 있다
할 수 있다 하신 주 할 수 있다 하신 주 사랑만이 능력이라 하시네 사랑만이 능력이라 하시네 할 수 있다
나의 능력 참으노니
나의 능력 주 하나님 주저 말라 하시고 십자가를 지라 하시네
할 수 있다
하신 주 할 수 있다 하신 주 희생만이 능력이라 하시네 희생만이 능력이라 하시네
할렐루야
아주
오늘
할렐루야,
우리의
아주.
분명히 말씀하십니다.
Our parents, our true parents says, if we love, we are together. And before being together, you look by the center. And when you look at the person you can be able to follow the belief, and you can be able to know that if we are together, I am together with you too. Brothers and sisters, I really want you to read again the Chansongyeong together. If you believe in true parents and you follow his words, through your life, Satan will not be able to be with you. Satan always had been following people, but if you are following true parents, he is always Satan will not be able to be with you. Our brothers and sisters, please stand up and sing this song together.
박수 치시면서 하겠습니다.
Please just sing this while applauding.
이 기쁜 소식을 온 세상 전하세 큰 환난 고통을 당하는 자에게 주 믿는 성도들 성령이 오셨네. 아멘. 아주 성령이 오셨습니다. 성령이 오셨습니다. 내 주에 보내신 성령이 오셨네. 우리 기쁜 소식을 온 세상 전하세 성령이 오셨네. 조금 빠르게 하겠습니다. 만왕의 왕께서 저 사로잡힌 자 다 구원하시고 참 자유 주셨네. 승리의 노래가 온 성에 들리니 성령이 오셨네. 성령이 오셨네. 성령이 오셨네. 내 주에 보내신 성령이 오셨네. 이 기쁜 소식을 온 세상 전하세 성령이 오셨네. 한없는 사랑과 그 크신 은혜를 늘 의심하면서 안 믿는 자에게 내 작은 입으로 곧 증거하리니 성령이 오셨네. 성령이 오셨네. 성령이 오셨네. 성령이 오셨네. 내 주에 보내신 성령이 오셨네. 이 기쁜 소식을 온 세상 전하세 성령이 오셨네.
Beloved Heaven Parents, true parents, today we had a service saying that if you are loving, we're together. Last week you've given us your words and you've told us that we should follow you. Here we are going to follow your words and be together with you, our family members. Heaven Parents, you who have sent us, saying that all the words are all in this word, only if we follow you, everything will be possible. However, you say that we always have to be with you. And now we are together. And now we want to become the butterfly that can fly and spread our love to you. Heaven Parents, no matter what hardship that comes to me, I really want to be able to be together with you and love you and say, the holy words have came. We, the Heavenly Parents, are here and really brings all the people who weren't able to see you, to believe in you, to make you believe. Heaven Parents, at the end of this month, at the end of the month, March, and the end of month, April, you've told us, you've given us the new rally that can change the history. And now that we are having the holy flowers spreading in our life, now that we want to love us, and now we want to love you with our endless love, with the endless blessing of true parents that you've given us. We want that through this service, all your brothers and sisters who've given here can be able to really receive the love, to be blessed forever. And I would love to offer this prayer and my name Mumbegyong as at you. Yes, today, brothers and sisters, please be seated. And I would like to pray that all of you can give an individual prayer centered on the word that He's given us today.